Good morning, everybody. So it's 1st of February today, Monday, start of a new week. Does look nice outside the window, but I think it is pretty chilly looking at the frost on the car. So watch your feet if you are going out. So didn't do much over the weekend, as I hope everybody else was the same, because we're not supposed to be really going anywhere at all. So we did go for a wee run yesterday in the car, just to really get out the house. Didn't do much walking, unfortunately, which was our intention at the weekend, but we thought it was too cold to go out for a walk. So I hope you managed to get anything done you needed to do, and I hope you managed to get a wee bit of exercise, unlike us. So not much to report. I think a good number of people have all had their letters now about their vaccination, over 70s. Some people going to Ali McCoy's Centre, some people going a wee bit further afield. Somebody I heard going somewhere in Castlemilk, and somebody going down to Rutherglen. So I think someone's dropped a pin in a map, and it's maybe just your luck. But I'm glad to hear that even our over 80s who had been waiting and seemed to be last on the list have now had their vaccinations, and they did run some extra clinics over the weekend there for over 80s to try and catch up with anyone who hasn't been covered as yet. And now on to 70s, over 70s starting this week. So a number of people have an appointment this week, and a number of people have an appointment next week. So I hope that you've had a letter to hear if you're over 70. Apart from that, I think that's the biggest news that we have at the minute, and it's quite sad that our biggest news is about waiting for your vaccination, but unfortunately at the minute that's just the way of our life. So we have been reading the story of Joseph, and we will continue with that. So we'll read not all of chapter 42 today, and it's entitled Joseph's Brothers Go to Egypt to Buy Grain. When Jacob learned that there was grain in Egypt, he said to his sons, "Why don't you do something? I hear that there's grain in Egypt. Go there and buy some to keep us from starving to death." So Joseph's 10 half-brothers went to buy grain in Egypt. But Jacob did not send Joseph's full brother Benjamin with them, for he was afraid that something might happen to him. The sons of Jacob came with others to buy grain, because there was famine in the land of Canaan. Joseph, as governor of the land of Egypt, was selling grain to people from all over the world. So Joseph's brothers came and bowed down before him with their faces to the ground. When Joseph saw his brothers, he recognized them, but he acted as if he did not know them. He asked them harshly, "Where do you come from?" "We've come from Canaan to buy food," they answered. Although Joseph recognized his brothers, they did not recognize him. He remembered the dreams he had dreamed about them and said, "You are spies. You have come to find out where our country is weak." "No, sir," they answered. "We have come as your slaves to buy food. We are all brothers. We are not spies, sir. We are honest men." Joseph said to them, "No, you have come to find out where our country is weak." They said, "We were 12 brothers in all, sir, sons of the same man in the land of Canaan. One brother is dead, and the youngest is now with our father." "It is just as I said," Joseph answered. "You are spies. This is how you will be tested. I swear by the name of the king that you will never leave unless your youngest brother comes here. One of you must go and get him. The rest of you will be kept under guard until the truth of what you can say can be tested. Otherwise, as sure as a king lives, you are spies." With that, he put them in prison for 3 days. On the 3rd day, Joseph said to them, "I am a God-fearing man, and I will spare your lives on one condition. To prove that you are honest, one of you will stay in the prison where you have been kept. The rest of you may go and take back to your starving families the grain that you've bought. Then you must bring your youngest brother to me. This will prove that you've been telling the truth, and I will not put you to death." They agreed, to this and said to one another, "Yes, now we are suffering the consequences of what we did to our brother. We saw the great trouble he was in when he begged for help, but we would not listen. That is why we are in this trouble now." Reuben said, "I told you not to harm the boy, but you wouldn't listen, and now we are being paid back for his death." Joseph understood what they said, but they did not know it, because they had been speaking to him through an interpreter. Joseph left them and began to cry. When he was able to speak again, he came back, picked out Simeon, and had him tied up in front of them. Amen, and God bless the reading from Genesis chapter 42, and we will read the rest of chapter 42 tomorrow and continue with the story of Joseph for the rest of this week. So take care, everybody. Remember your friends, and remember people in our church in prayer. There are a number of people in our church who really are needing people's prayers at this time. You know who they are, so please remember our good church friends in your prayers at this time. So take care, everybody. Give us a wee phone if you need anything. Other than that, we will see you tomorrow. Bye.